But we start now at 4 with breaking news. Fox 59 has obtained the follow-up report into the sexual harassment allegations against Thomas Cook. He's a former aide of Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aaliyah Blackburn.
Rafael Sanchez, as we reported over the summer, a Chicago law firm issued its final report on the sexual harassment allegations against Cook. But city county councilors had some unanswered questions. They wanted a follow-up report.
And the councilors now have that report in their possession, and so does Fox 59's Russ McQuaid. He joins us now in our studio with what that report says and what comes next.
And good afternoon. This 27-page report by the law firm Fisher Phillips dives into greater detail about the allegations versus former Deputy Mayor Thomas Cook, what the mayor knew and what he did about it, and what city county councilors can learn as they develop tougher HR policies when it comes to the sexual harassment of city workers. Mayor Hogsett said he knew in 2017 and again in 2020 that women were complaining about Cook's alleged harassment, even non-consensual sex, within his campaign and city government, and that his top aide violated his boss's directive to stop having affairs with co-workers and subordinates. That's why Cook was given 2 months to clear out his desk at the end of 2020, when he then went to work for a big law firm doing lots of business for developer clients with the city. Fisher Phillips said its job was to, quote, investigate allegations of sexual harassment and abuse by members of the administration, and determine how the administration responded and whether or not there were, quote, gaps in city policies. The law firm said Cook didn't respond to an interview request, and it would be a waste of time and money to subpoena him to answer questions, while one woman complained that the Fisher Phillips report ignored her claim that she told the mayor that Cook sexually assaulted her. The follow-up report makes clear that, quote, Mayor Hogsett understood what complainant 2 had described, i.e. non-consensual sex, though she did not use the term sexual assault. There was also unresolved debate back and forth as to whether one of Cook's alleged victims was an employee of the Indiana Democratic Party or Hogsett's 2015 campaign, and which entity would have been responsible for investigating Cook, who was Hogsett's campaign manager, though the report found that Hogsett's directive to Cook to cease dating anyone associated with his campaign, quote, went above and beyond any legal requirement imposed on the city-county. As to that 60-day window to clear out his desk and whether there should have been a cooling-off period for another year as to whether Cook could represent any clients doing business with the city, the report found, quote, Mayor Hogsett could not recall the specific projects that required Cook to remain employed, and Cook never requested and had not been granted a post-employment waiver for 2021, which I asked the mayor about last week.
That doesn't fall into the ethics rules about a cooling-off period for ex-employees?
Well, I think ex-employees are asked to seek waivers where appropriate, and to the extent that that was done, it applies.
Were there waivers applied for and approved?
I don't recall right now.
Councilman Dan Boots told the rest of the council members that a council working group will this week issue HR protocols for public comment. And there's a council committee meeting next Tuesday night to hear from various parties on what it will take to tighten up city's sexual harassment rules. Reporting in the studio, Russ McQuaid, Fox 59 News.